I'm Marcus Hale, 35, construction business owner, longtime Thanksgiving pincushion for my wife Clara's family, the Westbrooks. 8 years of be polite, bring food, ignore the insults. 8 years of quietly paying for the house, the cars, the utilities, $12,600 a year, while being treated like the help who somehow wandered into their family photos. This is how that ended. The setup Eleanor and Richard Westbrook owned a McMansion, luxury cars, and an air of superiority that survived long after Richard's construction firm imploded. When his business cratered, Clara asked if I could bridge a few months so her parents wouldn't lose everything. A few months became 8 years. I covered the mortgage, both car notes, utilities, their premium cable, the security system, plus emergency extras. I even cushioned Sophie, the golden child, tuition, rent, insurance, you name it. My reward? Polite smiles, backhanded remarks, and a permanent seat at the kiddie end of every table. Enter Damon Cross, Sophie's glossy investment banking boyfriend who could monologue about market vision while bringing a single bottle of Dom and 0 side dishes. The Westbrooks adored him. Me? I built things. How practical. Thanksgiving. I cooked half the meal, lugged it in, and watched Damon and Sophie soak up praise. I took the usual corner chair. The champagne flowed, the stories got bigger, and the adoration got louder. When I tried to answer one of Clara's softball questions about my job, Damon steamrolled the conversation with a 40% ROI story, and Richard nodded like he was hearing scripture. Dessert landed. Sophie leaned across the table, wine-sweet breath, and that little predator smile. Marcus, you've been awfully quiet. Don't you have any exciting stories? I mean, it must be nice to relax while everyone else has real careers and real responsibilities. I kept my tone flat. Real responsibilities? She went for the kill. Let's be honest. You don't really belong at this table. You're only here because you pay the bills. Paying bills doesn't make you family, Marcus. It makes you useful. I set down my fork, dabbed my mouth, smiled the kind of smile that says the rules are about to change, and said, then let him pay the $12,600. The room froze. The walkout Eleanor gasped. Richard pounded the table about family and how dare you bring money into this. Sophie shrieked about mortgages and car payments. Damon tried to melt into his chair. Clara squeezed my hand. Her look said, please, not here. I stood. From tonight forward, Damon's the hero. Mortgage, cars, utilities, Sophie's loans, his ball. I folded my napkin and left. No yelling, no scene. Just the door. Driving home felt like finally setting. Down a backpack full of bricks I'd forgotten I was carrying. The shutdown back at my kitchen table, I opened the laptop and went to work. Mortgage auto pay, off. Lexus and Mercedes notes, off. Power, gas, water, internet. 4-line cell plan, off, 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 off. Security system. Admin codes changed, monitoring canceled, panel set to installer mode. Streaming services and extras, gone. Sophie's loans. My extra principal payments stopped. Minimums now her problem. By midnight, every tentacle connecting my account to their lifestyle was severed. 84 months of temporary help ended with a series of confirmation. Emails. I slept like a child. Friday morning, fallout. My phone exploded. 37 missed calls, 62 texts, 14 voicemails. Eleanor. Confusion with the mortgage. Fix this immediately. Then, they mentioned repossession. Richard. Financial abuse. We'll sue. You can't abandon the elderly. They're 58 and 62. Sophie. All caps meltdown. About her car being towed, followed by bargaining. I have an interview Monday. You're sabotaging me because you're jealous of Damon. Meanwhile, their security system shrieked like a haunted house. Nobody could silence it because I'd changed the codes. Richard called the company. They couldn't get in either. He called the cops to report a cyber attack. 2 cruisers rolled up. Neighbors gathered. Officers concluded it was a billing dispute. Around noon, Clara texted that Richard collapsed and was at St. Mary's. My cop cousin checked. No ambulance, no admission. Anxiety, yes. Hospital, no. They were staging a crisis to yank me back. By afternoon, the strategy shifted to velvet gloves. Sophie, rebrand. We'll help with utilities. Maybe car payments. Can we do a contract? Damon, bro talk. I'm not made of money, but let's grab a beer and sort the smaller bills. Eleanor, masterclass. We may have taken you for granted. We recognize mistakes. That changes now. Lots of words, 0 specifics. One voicemail stood out. Aunt Patricia. You've been better to them than they deserved. Take care of yourself. Boundaries. That weekend was the quietest in years. I made a real breakfast. I called a therapist. Dr. Sarah Chun listened, then asked the question I'd been dodging. Where are your needs in this story? They weren't. I'd become a walking wallet, trying to buy acceptance from people who'd never offer respect. Started lifting at a $15 gym because doing one thing daily just for me mattered. I reconnected with old friends. I said no, out loud, often, and without a footnote. Clara and I tried counseling for 3 months. Without the money pipeline, we discovered the truth. Our marriage had been built on me sacrificing for her family. When I stopped, there wasn't much left to repair. We divorced. Quietly, cleanly. No one owed anyone anything. The aftermath, and a little karma. Aunt Patricia kept me updated. The Westbrook house? Gone. 2-bedroom apartment now. Damon's market vision? Turns out Vision doesn't pay past due notices. He and Sophie live with her parents. Harmony level, predictable. Sophie's loans? Reality always wins. Retail job, ramen diet. Instagram quiet. Clara found her footing. New job, small apartment, polite Christmas cards. I wished her well and meant it. Rebuilding me. Without subsidizing a second household, my business took off. I hired 2 more guys, landed 3 big contracts, and turned down work for the first time ever. I bought a modest 3-bed, 2-bath place, with a garage and a backyard that smells like summer when the grill's going. The mortgage is less than what I used to pay on theirs. Therapy taught me the difference between generosity and people-pleasing. Generosity gives from strength. People-pleasing gives from fear. Boundaries are a muscle. Every no made mine stronger. Patricia and her husband Dave became family in the way that counts. Sunday dinners, real questions, no scorekeeping. When Eleanor asked Patricia whether I'd return if they apologized properly, Patricia told her the truth. Apologies, without change, are just new wrapping on the same gift. This year's Thanksgiving, no McMansion, no careful seating charts, no Dom Perignon pageantry. I'm in Chicago for the weekend. Hotel, steakhouse, a view of Lake Michigan, and I'll raise a glass to the simplest luxury I know, a life that belongs to me. I'll toast the house deed with my name on it, the business that thrives because I finally gave it my time, the friends who like me for me, and a therapist who didn't blink when she handed me a mirror. And maybe just a little. I'll toast Sophie. She was wrong about almost everything, but right about one thing. Paying bills doesn't make you family. Love does. Respect does. Loyalty does. Mutual support does. I stopped chasing those things where they didn't exist and built them where they do. The view from this side of rock bottom, pretty damn beautiful.